For years, the public has been fed a narrative about Jeffrey Epstein, a billionaire financier, philanthropist, and convicted sex offender, who allegedly trafficked underage girls to powerful individuals. But the reality is far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. The so-called Epstein list is not just a list of names, it is a roadmap to a vast, clandestine network of the world's most influential people, a secret society that spans continents, industries, and governments. Epstein's Black Book, seized after his arrest in 2019, contains not just names of socialites and celebrities, but a web of politicians, royalty, business tycoons, intelligence operatives, and figures from the highest echelons of finance and tech. What many don't realize is that this list is only the tip of the iceberg. It's a coded record of individuals who were either involved in, or knew about, Epstein's larger scheme. The true purpose of the Lolita Express, the infamous Lolita Express, flights that shuttled high-profile passengers to Epstein's private island in the Caribbean were not simply vacations for the elite. The island, dubbed Little St. James, was a carefully constructed facade for a far-reaching operation. Beneath its luxury, it was a hub for blackmail, psychological manipulation, and illicit deals. The flights weren't just transporting people to Epstein's parties, they were transporting them to locations where they could be compromised, filmed in compromising positions, or exposed to criminal activity. Many on Epstein's guest list were, in fact, targets, men and women in positions of power who were deliberately exposed to situations that could be used to control them. The purpose was clear: to create a global network of individuals who could be manipulated or coerced into doing the bidding of those who truly pull the strings. The unseen hand, the real power behind Epstein. Epstein was not a lone actor in this scheme. Behind him was a shadowy group known only to a select few, the Invisible Hand. These are the true masterminds who funded Epstein's empire and ensured his operations remained in the shadows for decades. Some believe the Invisible Hand is a secret cabal, a coalition of the world's most powerful figures who use blackmail as a tool to maintain their control over governments, corporations, and entire economies. They operate above the law and can make disappearances, scandals, and even entire governments vanish when needed. The key players in this network are not just figures you might expect. Sure, there are heads of state, oil barons, tech moguls, and members of royal families, but there are also figures from less obvious sectors, intelligence agencies, shadowy non-governmental organizations, and even philanthropic organizations that appear benevolent but are secretly involved in the global control structure. The dark web of finance and blackmail. Epstein's fortune, often described as mysterious or obtained through connections, was anything but accidental. He was a key player in a financial system that few understand but which operates in the shadows. He was connected to powerful banking institutions and investment funds, many of which are rumored to launder money, fund covert operations, and offer an open channel for illegal activities. Through these financial networks, Epstein and his backers were able to fund not only his personal lifestyle but the entire operation of his island and various other safe houses around the world. The list of names in Epstein's Black Book isn't just about people involved in his sex trafficking ring, it's a map of individuals who were deeply embedded in these financial and intelligence operations. By ensuring their participation in illicit activities, Epstein secured his position as an intermediary, someone who could be trusted by the world's most dangerous individuals to keep their secrets. The truth about Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's closest confidant, is often portrayed as a mere accomplice in the media. However, the truth is much more chilling. Maxwell, daughter of the late media mogul Robert Maxwell, was a key operative in this network, tasked with procuring new victims, yes, but also with managing the operations of Epstein's private empire. Maxwell was more than a recruiter, she was a handler, a liaison between Epstein and the world's most powerful players. She operated as a gatekeeper to the larger network, someone who could ensure the protection of its key members and shield them from exposure. Some have even suggested that Maxwell herself may have been a pawn, placed into Epstein's orbit to monitor and control his activities, ensuring that his operations aligned with the broader goals of the Invisible Hand. The real reason Epstein was silenced: many believe Epstein's sudden death in his jail cell was not a suicide, as the official story goes, but a carefully orchestrated execution. Epstein had become a liability, his knowledge of the inner workings of the global elite and the secrets he could have exposed were too dangerous for those who controlled him. With mounting pressure and the risk of his trial exposing too much, it's believed that Epstein was quietly eliminated to prevent him from speaking out. The unanswered question is, who gave the order? Was it a powerful political figure, an intelligence agency, or one of Epstein's many elite protectors? The truth is, the answer may never be known. But one thing is certain, Epstein's death has only deepened the mystery, leading to more questions than answers about the vast network of power and corruption that he was a part of.